Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. We are back with our weekly predictions. Now we are already in the month of February, and this month too, in fact this week too, is going to be a week which is energetically very intense in a way, which will also bring a lot of changes. So be very careful about the kind of decisions that you're making in this upcoming week, because a lot of changes are happening. So you only want to make a decision that you don't regret when it comes to the long term. Just make sure you keep that in mind. And as usual, you have three piles in front of you. Please make sure to pick one that really speaks to you. And then we'll start with the very first one, pile one. Hello, and if you've picked pile one, then this is what's coming up for you in the upcoming week. Now we'll just place all our cards up for us to see. Okay, we'll keep a few for later, but for your tarot cards, you have the Death, you have the Two of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups, beautiful energies at that, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this specific one. So this is talking about between worlds. So what is happening is, you have the card of Death. So some changes are definitely upon you, but for this week it's like you're halfway here and you're halfway there. So the changes that are happening in your life, in your internal world, are not complete. They are sort of, in that in between phase where you are ready to release certain things that don't work for you, but you're not ready to welcome new one. Okay, that is what's happening here. Also, if you just look at this card, you will see boundaries. So what is happening is, you are in this little bubble, and this little bubble is almost the energy of the past. And there's this little dent, little dent that has been made by the change that is upcoming upon you. And it's a very gentle dent, so it'll take you a little bit of time to make these changes completely in your life, or to make those decisions that you want to make once and for all. Okay, so it's going to be a gentle process. So this week you may feel like you're halfway here, you're halfway there. So understand, it is the energy of the week, but you will eventually move out of it as well. Yeah. And you have the card from the Moonology deck, which tells you you're good enough. So whatever changes that you've called to make in your life, know that you have what it takes. You have what it takes to make it to the other side, and you're going to be emerging into a so much better version of your own self. Because look at this card very closely. It's like half of the part of the bird, it's like leaving behind something. It's like the bird has become old from this end, and as this bird enters into the new territory, it is renewed, it's fresh again, it's new again, it's beautiful again. Okay, so once you emerge on the other side of change, it's going to be absolutely beautiful for you. Trust me on that. One more thing, this could also be about a change in environment. So change in scenery, change in workplace, change in residence, or just a little bit of a trip. Okay, that is also possible. But one thing, that change in environment around you, energetically and otherwise, is also very much indicated. Either way, you're moving out of this little bubble that you've created for yourself, which I like to call your comfort zone. Okay, just keep that in mind. Along with that, you have the card of the Ace of Cups. So emotionally, you're already there. Like emotionally, you're halfway in the other side, but otherwise, you still have a little bit of work to do. So you're feeling good. You're feeling good about the new changes that are coming up in your life. And I think that's making the whole thing so much better. This change can actually be when it comes to your relationship area, because not only do you have the Ace of Cups, you also have the Two of Cups. So this talks about coming together with another person with a lot of harmony. This can be mutual attraction, this can be a friendship, this can also be a business partnership that you feel really good about. But there is an emotional renewal, emotional change that is happening you in your own life, that is bringing forth a lot of people now into your experience, which will make you feel good about yourself. For a couple of people, this could be meeting a significant other, or taking the first step towards meeting a significant other. This can just be, meeting somebody for the first time, really liking them, they really liking you, and that initial stage of attraction happening between you and another person. Also, this week is a very, very good week to sort of put the foundation for a future business, especially a business with another person. A creative project with another person is also very much possible. Yeah. And the last one for you from the tarot cards is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, she has it all under control. If you consider her, she is like perfectly all right, perfectly in control of a home situation, and perfectly the same individual when it comes to the work situation. So she's practical, but at the same time she's caring as well. So that is exactly what the change is going to be like. It's going to sort of leave behind things that don't belong and bring forth you into an entirely new experience. One, where you're feeling emotionally good. Second, you're feeling very confident in your abilities. Okay, that's what's coming through. And especially if a change of scene is happening, if a change of environment is a possibility for you, understand this will come forth with a lot of blessings. So you yourself may be called to making changes when it comes to your work situations. This can involve you going out and giving interviews and seeing what is out there for your own capacity to better yourself is also very much indicated. Either way, right now for this week, I have to tell you, you're in between the transition, you're in between the change. It's not permanent yet, but you're going to get there. But you're feeling good about it, and that's all that matters. Not all changes are negative in experience. In fact, in my experience, death has always been a very, very positive card. The end of the old and the beginning of a promising new you is what is indicated for you in the upcoming days. Let us look at what do you need to surrender for this week. What you need to surrender is denial. So there is a possibility that you're in a little bit of a denial, when it comes to your difficulties. Maybe you're in a denial about the fact that some things have come to an end, or certain ways of being for you, certain habits of yours, certain behavioral patterns of yours are not serving you. So you need to anyway move into the next zone. So prepare yourself. Take off those blindfold. That is very, very important for you. You now need to see things clearly from your heart, from your mind, all the way. Okay, and make sure you're making the best decision for yourself, but understand the old self cannot remain in place for any longer, because you need to move forward, because your future is brilliant, absolutely brilliant is what I see for you guys. So please surrender. The denial mode is what is coming up for you. Now we look into your love messages again, because you have the Ace of Cups and you also have the Two of Cups. This can be a promising new beginning that happens after you've put the past in place where it belongs, which is exactly the past. So this could be you signing up for online dating. This could be putting yourself out when it comes to newer experiences, newer relationship, and there is a possibility you may meet somebody that you'll really, really connect with this week. But what is happening is, you're in the middle of this transition. There is a part of you which feels like, am I good enough? Am I really good enough for this? Trust me, you are, and you've always been. You just don't realize that about yourself. So please move out of a situation if you feel like it doesn't serve you. Move out of this bubble that you've created for yourself, because it's time. Yeah, you're moving forth, and that is really, really important for you. Let's look into what additional messages your oracle has to offer. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. So basically, again, this tells you the same thing. If there's something that is unwanted in your life, even if this is a current relationship, it is time to let go of the past. Past energies is very important here. If you've been having difficulties, especially, forget the past, because the past is exactly what it is, the past, and every moment that you have, you can create a newer version of your relationship. Okay, remember that. So anything is possible right now. You just need to imagine that the unwanted thoughts are dissolving finally, once and for all. Next is transformation. Woohoo! Okay, yeah, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So yes, there is a possibility you may meet somebody, and it may change your life. That's what I'm really getting here. But either way, transformation when it comes to your energy and your life is totally upon you. So please leave the denial mode. That's really very important for you. Let's get into my favorite part. This is your numbers. Okay, 55, number 16, 88. So financially as well, good times coming. Number 12, number 10, 16, 11. Again, this could be a number, but an angel number. Your birth date, the birth date of a significant other. This can actually be your block number. Okay, and letters. I'll give you a few more. Let's see what you're getting. And in case you find your name, please make sure you leave that in the comment section, because that's the most interesting part for me personally. N R O E L, N again, A again, S E and D. Alright, so those are your letters. I'm just going to leave this to you to find out how you interpret it and what words you make. But I wait for you in the comment section, so please let me know what words you see. Alright, I wish you guys have a beautiful week ahead. It's full of changes, full of transformations, but remember, it's for your best and it's meant to happen. Alright, I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've chosen pile 2, then these are the messages that are meant to come forth for you in the upcoming week. We'll start with your tarot. You have the 6 of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, Temperance. Along with that, you also have Forgiveness. A new romantic cycle begins, and you have a fork in the road. Okay, and you have 2 more, which we'll take right at the end. Now, this week, what's going to happen is, you are firstly very intuitive. Like, the guidance that is coming forth for you this week is coming from within. Nothing external can affect you for the upcoming week. But what is happening at the same time is you're willing to look at things differently. You're willing to look at things in a different manner, in a manner that you haven't considered before, is what is coming through. Okay, this can be after somebody's guidance, this can be after a lot of introspection, especially with the High Priestess card. But either way, you're changing your perspective. And what's that, bringing in your life is, it's bringing balance. Like, now the opinions that you'll have about your life, about your career, your personal life is going to be a very balanced approach, because what's happening is you've weighed both sides, with the Hanged Man. You've seen things your way, you've seen things by the other person's perspective as well. And that is putting you in a very, very balanced state. Okay, that's what's coming through here. But what is happening as a result of that is, you've realized certain things. Maybe you'll realize that the way you were looking at certain circumstances wasn't right. Okay, that's what's happening. And what that'll make is, it'll make you make a choice. Like, should you continue to walk on the old path, or should you walk a new path? Should you leave things in the past, or should you continue with them in the future? But either way, there is a change happening. There's an internal shift that is coming through. And a very well thought after shift is what I'm really seeing here. You'll move out of a couple of things this week is what I see. Old habits is especially what I'm seeing here. Certain ways of relating to people will also change for you this week. So, very transformative change. It's almost like, it's the end of one side of you, and it's the beginning of an entirely new you. Along with that, what has come forth is forgiveness. So as you're making these choices, these informed choices, you'll decide there are some people you need to forgive. And along with that, you're putting yourself first, because the card that is highlighted is self love. This week, either you'll spend a lot of time with yourself, especially with the High Priestess. It's a very introverted energy, and balance again, not only with the Temperance, but with also the new moon in Libra, again with, the scales here. So it's like you've learned to love yourself this week, especially after past experiences. After a lot of struggle, is what I'm seeing for a couple of you. But you've arrived at that point. Arrived at the point where you are a very powerful person. Yeah? You've accepted yourself, you've accepted your flaws, you've accepted the flaws of another person, forgiven them, forgiven yourself for a couple of mistakes that you've made as well. And you're ready to move forward. Okay? So even when it comes to your career, I don't really see you making any drastic changes for yourself this week. It's all about introspection for you this week. It's all about taking the balanced approach. You're asking yourself this week, what is the right next step for me to take? And you're reflecting on the answers that are now willing to come through. And what this entire thing is doing to you is, it's making you more giving, not only towards yourself but to other people as well. Like, this reflection will really, really increase your pace of manifestation, is what is coming. You're going to be ready for whatever life brings next for you, is what is coming forth for you. Also, you'll feel emotionally very giving. See, only a person who's learned to love himself or herself fully can then love another person in their entirety. And that's exactly what's happening. Because of this entire inner work, a new romantic cycle is now ready to begin with you. One in which you found balance. You found balance within yourself, and hence you'll now attract a partner who's just right for you, or your current relationships will become better. But one thing I need to highlight is, because a new romantic cycle is beginning, it's time you forgive anybody and everybody who's ever hurt you in the past. Okay, because I believe you're choosing to walk a new road. You're choosing to walk in a new direction. Yeah? So make sure you forgive. Forgiveness for you is especially important. Just let go of any past energies. Don't continue in this direction at all. If you're feeling balanced, if you're feeling like you're ready for this new romantic cycle, new ways of relating in relationships, it's only because this week you'll realize that loving yourself is what has made all the difference. Your intuitive side will really, really shine this week, is what's coming. Yeah, and I think you yourself are going to be the biggest blessing for you. Let's look at what you need to surrender. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So if you are the kind of person people affect you very deeply, and I know they do because you're pile 2, you'll, I believe, consciously give up the idea that you can fix somebody. And I'm not even telling you need to do that. I believe you'll realize that you need to do that this week. Okay, also you need to understand that every person is responsible for their own healing, and you're responsible for your own healing. So you'll concentrate on that this week. Let's look into what is coming in your romantic life, especially since the new cycle begins. Only time will tell. So I believe you've just started walking on this path. You're just starting your journey here. So whether this new person comes into your life immediately, your relationships develop almost immediately or not, time will tell, because of course there is this little bit of that margin of things changing. But I believe things will start changing, because the self-love is there. Once self-love is there, love cannot be far. Passion, okay, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present moment. Enjoy it. See, look at this. It's passion towards yourself. It's passion towards loving yourself. Because read the message carefully once again. I'll just read it out to you. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present moment. So you are really in your element this week. You've learned to love yourself, and which is why you are ready to love another. Your understanding of yourself has deepened a lot, is what's coming through for you. Yeah. You are the high priestess this week. It's a very, very powerful thing to do. You are also the temperance, the balance. You're ready to give again, is what I'm getting here. Now, we shall move on to your letters and numbers. Number 5, 16. You have 99, almost completion. 33, angel number again. Number 8. Again, because you had this, only time will 10. I'll just go through the message again. Only time will 10, and you have the number 8. Number 8 is usually a slow moving number, especially with the energy of Saturn attached to it. So yes, there is that little bit of a time buffer, but you'll get what you deserve. Yeah, it will be a slow thing, but it's coming nevertheless. Your letters for this week: E, O, I, W, A, P, Y, G, E, Z, and you have R. Okay, so those are your letters for this week, and let me know what you find. If you find your names, then please let me know. I think nothing sort of makes me happier when people find their name. Either way, I am going to leave you with that. Oh, I found one name. I found Zoya. Is there a Zoya out here? Let me know. Either way, this is your reading. So I believe pile 2, you guys have arrived, and if you have sort of gone through my last week's spirit guides messages reading, what do you need to heal within yourself, so that sort of indicated this. So I believe those two messages are very, very intricately linked. If you want to go through those messages, I'm going to leave them in the comment section in a link. Make sure you go through them, because I really see a connection between pile 2 here and a pile there as well. Yeah, make sure you go through that. Either way, you are sort of entering a new portal, and a new romantic cycle begins for you. One where you are finally in your element. You've learned to love yourself. You're ready for life. I'll leave you here. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've chosen pile 3, then this is what's coming up next for you for the upcoming week. You have the Hierophant, absolute favorite card of mine. Just look at that. It's just brilliant. I love this deck. Ace of Wands, amazing. The World. We'll take this at the end. We have the 4 of Cups. You have Chopped Wood, and you have the end of a tough cycle approaches, and you have Intuition. Okay. Yeah. So basically, yes, I'll begin with this. You have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So definitely this is like the end of a karmic cycle, because it's not only just indicated here, but you also have the World card to sort of back it up. So something is definitely coming to an end. A cycle in which you probably have struggled a lot, but this could just be, you've been working on something. You've been working on building something. And this marks the successful completion of that build-up. So if there's a project that you've been working on, there is a possibility that you'll gain success in it, you'll complete it, and be very happy and move forward. Also, there is a possibility of moving, like moving when it comes to, just a little bit of a travel. This could be a holiday, going to see a friend, connecting with friends, spending time with friends. All of that is indicated. But this also indicates an accomplishment. So maybe a promotion, recognition for a job well done. All of that comes with the World card. But either way, this week you're ending a major karmic cycle. And what that's doing for you is, it's bringing you in its full power. So whatever this cycle that you've ended is, I believe for a couple of you, this has been slightly tough, but those tough lessons that you've learned, they've made you into who you are. So I really want to tell you, you need to thank that tough cycle, because had it not been for the tough cycle, you wouldn't have been where you are right now. So you're the sovereign, you are the queen, you're the king, you own the world, you own yourself. Okay, you are in your true power when it comes to this week. Yeah, what's happening is, as you're ending this one cycle, you're beginning another one with the Ace of Wands being in place. So you're feeling very passionate, yeah, and you're feeling very positive about the future. I don't really see any negative connotation. But what's happening here is, you're already used to doing things a certain way. You're set in your practices because you have the card of the Hierophant. You're set, you have your rules and regulations, you've been doing something, it's been working really, really well for you. But now you're reaching a point where you're like, okay, I've been doing things in this way, in a particular way. Should I try and change the way I do it? Should I adapt myself to the changes that the future demands, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Because the present is really, really calling out to you. But you are sort of still deciding, should I do this? Or maybe I'm just okay. I'm just okay. Maybe I need some more time. And that is also indicated by the Four of Cups. So as you're ending this, you also have a lot of choices coming up. But you're asking yourself, why spoil which is already so good? You are in the energy of the Hierophant, which is very, very wise, very wise, very intuitive, which I'm not surprised at all that intuition has showed up. And I believe you'll just arrive at the decision when the time is right. Like, nobody can force you, because you're so strong in your element. You've got this. That is what you're feeling. You've got this. That's what you'll come to this week. Like, you've worked hard to achieve whatever you've worked hard to achieve. And with the tough cycle approaching, I believe a lot of blessings will start coming into your life. So even financially, I see a very rewarding phase coming into your life. But more than finances, you're emotionally feeling very fulfilled. Like, you've started feeling passionate once again towards your life, towards your job, towards your career, either way. So don't stress too much if you feel like you don't want to make any major choices right now. It's okay to remain in your current energies, because honestly, like, it's okay. The energy of the Hierophant, the energy of sovereignty, like, why fix what isn't broken? I completely understand. But you'll decide in the end whether you want to walk this new path or not. But either way, that feeling of passion, that feeling of newness, the feeling of renewal is anyway going to be a part of your upcoming week. And while you are in this phase, you're just being advised, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Show up, do your job like you've always done. And when the time is right, when you intuitively are guided that, okay, you need to make those changes right now, you'll make them. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself. You're completely in your element. You've achieved what you wanted to achieve. You've done your job well. Leave it at that. Okay, that's your energy for this week. And honestly, this is one of my favorite cards, to the extent that I always place this on my table here, my work table. This is like chop wood and carry water, the very famous saying. So when you feel like you have a choice to make and you realize that you're not able to make it, what I do is chop wood, carry water. I just keep doing what I do, and if I feel like eventually I'm getting that intuitive urge telling me it's time, I then do it. And that's what exactly you will be doing, is what I'm getting at. Either way, beautiful completion of a karmic cycle. Congratulations, you've made it. Yeah, let's look at what you need to surrender. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. So intuitively, again, you'll feel what you need. Okay, if your body feels like it's ready when it comes to taking an exercise routine, when it comes to working, you'll do it. And if you feel like your body is telling you rest, you've got to do that as well. Okay, but see, when it comes to relationships and even when it comes to people, we always get signs. If something is off about a person, we just move out of that person's energy. Energetically we feel those things, and that's exactly what's happening for you. Energy vampires, if you come across them in your day-to-day life, you will be guided. You just intuitively know who these people are, and you just want to move away from them. So listen to the wisdom of your body. Surrender to that wisdom, because that wisdom will really, really help you. It will caution you when it wants to, and it will just tell you, go ahead, go forth when it feels like you are ready. Okay, let's look into your lovers and what's coming for you. Again, you're feeling very happy. You're happy where you are. You're very happy where you are. There is a possibility somebody may reach out to you, but you seem to not be ready. And it's okay. You will sort of get that sign that you're ready when it comes to a new person. For a couple of you, I'm also getting that your partner may feel like the commitment that you're making towards each other needs to deepen significantly, or it needs to change in a certain way. Like your relationship needs to change a little bit, adapt to circumstances. That is very much possible. But again, you may feel like, no, things are okay the way they are, and you just choose to continue with that. That might also come up. Let's look into your lovers oracles to see what clarifications you're getting. A message from your person. If you're single especially, this could work for you, or even if you're in a relationship right now. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So especially if your partner is not with you, or you are slightly in different places, maybe this is a message for you. Again, another message that I'm getting, if you're single, your partner can actually be somebody from a different culture, somebody from a different place. You may want to travel to meet this person, very likely. Next, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So exactly what I was saying, your partner may feel like some changes are in order, like something needs to change, but you'll be guided. You'll be guided about what step to take. Okay, because in your relationship area, some change is coming up from your partner's side, is what I see. But I would say go with the flow. See where your choices are taking you, see where life is taking you, and just see if you want to walk the path your partner wants to walk. Because sometimes surrendering to what the other person wants also works, especially when it comes to love and relationships. See, honestly, when it comes to your love life, I'll not really give you any specific message this week, because you have it all. You have the answers, and you intuitively guided this week. So just trust your intuition. Yeah, just trust your intuition is what I'm going to tell you. Now, we'll take your numbers. Number 22. Again, number 22, your intuition is going to be so very strong. I love this. Number 1, starting again in a way. Number 7, you have number 29. Number 2 and number 44. Okay, those are your numbers. Let us look at your letters. Okay, you have E, U, you have E again, you have R, you have an N, you have a K, O, V, G. Oh, do you have an examination? I don't know, but if you're preparing for this, all the best. V and D, O, I, L, M, L. Oh, you have live. Is your partner going to ask you to live in with them? Possibly, this could be very likely as well. But either way, those are your letters. And if you find some other letters, words, please make sure to leave those in the comment section as well. I really enjoy that, because honestly, when I look at it this way, I just can't make anything out. And once I'm editing, I'm like, oh, I could have made that as well. Oh, that word is coming up as well. But right now, nothing. Like, I'm so blank. Okay, either way, this is your reading for this week. You'll know when the right time is. You'll know what the right decision is. Surrender to your intuition. Yeah? I'll see you in my next one. Bye.